everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing another makeup type video. I am going to be testing Wet n Wild products. All these are pretty cheap. I went to Target and got a whole bunch of stuff, and all of it was like, I think the most expensive item was like $6. So I thought I'd try it out and maybe find some good drugstore alternatives that I absolutely love. Might as well check it out, especially if it's cheap, and hopefully give you some ideas, especially if you're a girl that loves makeup and is on a budget. So let's get started. Okay, so I got everything laid out in front of me. I even got a couple brushes. They're actually pretty cute. They're just white with cute pink tips. And I was gonna see, on here it says blush. They didn't have many options at Target left. Hot dang it. I was hoping that it would tell me on here. But it feels soft. It's not very fluffy. It's kind of flat. So I might be able to find a different use for it, but it might be good to just kind of like pat like that. Other than that, I did get like a more fluffy brush, which is a powder brush. And that one's cute. One thing I like too, I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, here you go. There's like this indent, so when you're holding it, it's really comfortable. So, yeah, that feels really nice and thick and good actually. And all these brushes, oh, the description on my receipt's not very good, so we'll just go on from there. And then I got this angled brush, which is also kind of flat, but it said it's a contour brush, so it might be good to just hit the angle. I do have one that is angled, but it's more fluffy, so I thought that would be a good change in the type of brush. And then I got an eyeshadow one. They only had one eyeshadow one. It is like a large, it says large eyeshadow, but you always need like a blending brush for your eyeshadow. Can never get enough of those, really. Get that out of there so you can see there. So I got those all laid out so I can just kind of grab and go. I'm going to start off with this Wet n Wild. It's Photo Focus Cucumber 3-in-1, so I can use this to prime and set. So I thought that'd be a good cheap option. If I can open it. Okay, got that open. Before I even open it, I can smell the cucumber. It's very, very cucumbery. So, I don't know if I'm supposed to shake it, but I'm going to. Yeah, shake well before you... So, I'm going to let that kind of sink into my skin. And while I do that, I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild micro brow pencil, like that. And this one, they only had one color in the store, but it was soft brown, so I think it'll work for me in my shade. Usually I can do like blonde or soft brown with my hair color. Right now, I think I can do both. One thing I like, it has the spoolie on the end. I love that, so I don't have to have a separate one. And it's a really fine tip. So I am going to fill those in. On this, it's a little dark for what I like, but that's okay. I should have gone a little softer with it, but it is what it is. So my primer is starting to set now, and I can tell that it could be a decent primer. Maybe not the best, but might work out well. Got my eyebrows on. Again, they're a little bit darker than I'd like, but that's okay. I'm going to cap that back up. I feel like it worked really easily. A lot of the brow products from the drugstore I feel like are kind of hard to find a good one. So glad that worked out pretty okay. So now I am going to go in with the Photo Focus foundation in the dewy formula. I have tried the other kind. I might actually have it in here. I think I got rid of it because it was old. So one thing I thought was interesting about this is the applicator stick. So I am going to put that on my sponge, maybe. I don't know if that's gonna work out. Well, this might be too dark of a shade. We'll see. Oh no, I think it'll work out. And blend that through. I feel like this one smells better than the last one. I feel like the last one kind of smelled like paint. And just build up coverage here. It's always good to work in light layers so that way you don't get all cakey face. And the sponge really helps sink it into the skin so that way it's not necessarily sitting on top of your skin, but really blends it into your skin a lot too. I really like that one. I think I like it more than the original. Now I'm going to go in with this concealer. One thing I noticed, it has this cute little cruelty free on it. I'm really glad that a lot of drugstore products are cruelty free or becoming cruelty free. I think it was like CoverGirl that recently did. Okay. So just this small, simple doe-foot applicator. Don't feel like it holds a lot of product on it. Already dipped in twice. So I don't necessarily like the applicator on this. I feel like it's kind of hard to use. I'm going to do my usual thing and put some on my eyelids to cancel out any bluey veins. And under my eyes. But I feel like it brightens up that area quite a bit. And down the center of my face. We're going to go all in. Now I realize that the foundation doesn't have a smell. It's that cucumber stuff. And it smells really nice. I'm not going to lie about that. You can still see a line on my face from when we went to the grocery store and I wore a mask. And that was like an hour ago. So that's cool. And now I'm going to set it. So they didn't really have any setting powders. They had this loose, it's the Photo Focus banana kind, which I heard the banana stuff, banana powders like really help brighten up. So it might be a good under eye powder. Shake some out of there. You can see with how pale I am, it might just be good to, you know, use as like coverage. So I'm going to use my new brush and swirl it in there and tap so there's not too much. Oh, that is really yellow. I don't know if I like that. We're gonna do it on all over here, just so it all matches. Okay, now that's all on my face, it's not too bad and too yellow. So, it's not bad. I feel like it actually kind of made me a little bit more tan. Not necessarily brightened up, but whatever, it is what it is. I'm not upset about it. Now, I'm going to go into the next step. Actually, yeah, I'll go into the bronzer, so I'll just finish out my face here. This is a Color Icon bronzer in the shade Sunset, which might be a little dark for me, but again, they didn't have a lot of options there, so we're working with what we got. If I can open it. Okay. So I got this here. It's kind of a cute top. It almost looks a little bit more luxurious. Okay. This brush I don't feel like is getting even product, but okay. It's kind of working. Which I like it because it's not too harsh on my skin, especially on how light my skin color is. I can often get too dark real fast. I'm going to go in with that same powder brush and go on my forehead and down my neck. I feel like I want to work on the cheeks a little bit more. I think that worked out pretty well. Now, blush. This one is a Color Icon blush in the color Pearlescent Pink. They had actually a few colors there, and it's kind of hard to pick. So, I almost asked one of the other ladies on the aisle about it and what color I should choose, and then I realized that we're in a pandemic and I am too socially awkward. Okay. Just fold that down. Now I'm going to use the blush brush. Maybe, I don't feel like much product is getting on there. Okay. It's kind of working. It's a real nice light one, so I feel like you can work it. I just have to, like, rub in there. And that's what she said. Okay. So I feel like it's not, on the camera it looks a lot brighter, but it's not too much. I like that. I could build it up more versus it be like too extreme right away. So, after that, I am going to go in with my eyeshadow. A lot of you guys know I like to do my highlight last. And I did get a new highlighter. I know before I mentioned another one, so I'll actually grab that highlight too, so that way you guys can see both. I just grabbed one that is a loose one that I've never tried before. Okay, I need to like okay, finally got the sticker off, but you can see here, it's pretty cute colors. It's a color icon Rose in the Air, or Rose in the Air. One thing I like too is it has 2 different transition shades and it labels them for us, so that's pretty nice. I'm gonna go in with that Wet n Wild brush. I think I'm gonna go in with this transition shade here. Ooh, that is powdery. This brush might be better to use to apply like the lid shade versus the transition shade, but oh well. I am going to grab a fluffy brush of my others and just blend that out a little bit. And then I am gonna go in with I'm gonna go here. I'm just gonna use that same brush and go on the corners. It's a pretty color. These eyeshadows are actually pretty easy to work with. They're not super light, so they're actually pretty pigmented. I've had a lot of bad experience with eyeshadows from the drugstore where they're not very pigmented and it takes forever to build up, and I just don't like that. Okay, I got blend this edge out a little bit. And I want to build up a little bit more color on this side. Okay, now I'm gonna go in, I'm not just going with my finger with the shimmery shade. I might go in with this one. Ooh, that's pretty. So I just went in with this one right here. I'm just using my finger to apply that. And then I'll go back into some transition. Now that part is done, I'm going to go in. I did get an eyeliner as well because I want to try as much as possible. So this is the Breakup Proof 16-Hour Smudge Proof Eyeliner in just a black shade. Woo! It falls out. Yeah, it's waterproof too. So we'll see how this one is. It seems, oh, that's thin. It just broke. Okie dokie. So it goes on really smoothly, but it seems to be really fragile because a chunk of it just broke off the tip. So I'm just working with that. Go in the other eye. there's that. And going in with mascara before I do it. It is a Wet n Wild Boosts Volume Mascara in the very black. I like volume more than length. I feel like I already have pretty long eyelashes, so I don't really feel like I need it. But what does it say? 10 out of 10. Saw lifted lashes. 8 out of 10 saw thicker looking lashes. Okay. I saw another one that I almost grabbed too. I almost wish I did. Maybe next time I'm there. But it was like a whole eyelash kit. I'm probably going to have to do a couple coats, so I will see you back here in a little bit. I'm back from doing my eyelashes. As you can see, I got a little dot on my eye, but that's okay. Once it dries, it's easy to just kind of wipe off. So we gotta wait for that. While we do that, I do want to bronze up my face a little bit. I don't feel like it is. I'm going to use a different brush. I'm going to use my same one and see if it's the brush or if it's the product that just doesn't get on brushes very well. It might just be the product and maybe the color. Feel like it'd be a darker color, but oh well. I'll just have to do for now. So, now that that is done, I'm going to go in with my highlighter. This is a Wet n Wild loose highlighter powder, which I've never tried something like this, so I'm really excited. It is in the, it's called Wet n Wild Mega Glow collection, and from this side, it looks really pretty. You can see. I don't know. Oh, it won't focus. But it's pretty cute. Get that? I'm kind of terrified to use this. The other highlighter I've mentioned before that I actually really like, it's also in the Mega Glow. It's a highlighter powder here. Really like that, so I'm just gonna, maybe with this one I should wet my face, maybe set it. I feel like it'd stick better if it was set. I'm gonna do that. Actually, let's try it first without, as just an experiment to see. So I'm gonna go in with this little, ooh, that is pretty. Okay. So I got a little on there. Ooh, I feel like this is gonna be, whoa, that is glittery. Okay, we're gonna definitely tone that down, cause wow. Okay, we're gonna go in with some powder. And just maybe tone that out. Actually, I'm gonna go in with my sponge and just tap over that. So that might be better as more like eyeshadowy kind of thing. I'm gonna try it with that by taking a little bit on a flat brush, and I'm gonna pack that on my eyelid. Ooh, that's pretty as like an eyeshadow topper. I like that. Yeah. Makes it real pretty and shimmery. So, I might just use it for that instead. I'm going to go in with this one that I know I like already. And I'm going to put some in the inner corner to highlight. And the top of my brow bone. And that really is like, okay. Well, we have a little emergency here. I'm gonna go. Okay, I got my highlight done, and I'm gonna go in with some lips. I got 2 different shades, and I did also get a lip liner, which I feel like goes better with this. It's a little bit darker, but I feel like if blended out correctly, it would work out. So this is a First Gel lip liner in the shade Bear to Comment. When I pull it out, it looks lighter. So it might be okay. And this one is like the same as the eyeliner. I've definitely tried some that glide on easier. But it still works pretty good. I would use this. I'm gonna should put chapstick on. Okay, so that's pretty color. It's not as dark as I thought it would because the packaging made it look like it'd be really dark. And I haven't really tried any of this type of nude color before. So we'll see how I like it. This is in the shade Said Nudes, and I also got the shade Chick Got Real, and this is in the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit Megaless High Shine Lipstick. So, okay. I didn't use a ton, but I mean, I don't hate it. I'm going to take the Chick Got Real shade and add a little bit there too. I've heard of a lot of beauty gurus actually talk about the catsuit lip products, and I feel like I have a hard time finding lip products and nude shades that I like. So we'll see how I like this. Okay, when I added that color on top, I like it quite a bit. Gives it a little bit more of a pinky color. I was worried that it'd be too bright of a pink, but I like it quite a bit. I feel like I always gravitate towards the same kind of pinky shades. But with these mixed together, I like it a lot. Oh, and I noticed the Doe Foot applicator, I don't know if you can tell, has that shape right there. And so it kind of really grips onto the lip pretty good. So, that is my makeup look. You can see my nice sparkly side of my face. And yeah. So, I will do a check-in in a little bit, and it is 6:30 right now. Let me close out my notifications. So, 6:30 right now. I will do a check-in just to see how well this lasts, but I like how it turned out. Even though the bronzer is kind of hard to work with, I probably wouldn't gravitate towards that one because of that, but maybe if I just want a nice little bit and I'm just, just warm up my skin a tiny bit, I'm doing a more no makeup day, it might work out. So, there is that. We will see you in a bit. Hey guys, so I'm doing my check-in. Right now it is 1:34 in the morning. My makeup kind of went through hell because, well, I drank and I ate a really messy dinner. I had ribs and I had some elote, if that's how you actually pronounce it, I think so. But this is what it's looking like. If you can tell here, my eyeshadow kind of creased a little bit in my, my eyeshadow creased a little bit in my crease, and that's very typical for me just because of how my eyelids are shaped. So, nothing really new there. I feel like for this, it held up pretty well, especially for being cheap makeup. So, it doesn't really matter the price point of your makeup. You can buy drugstore or high-end, and it's probably going to perform probably about the same. Also, for some reason, I have like this black dot on my forehead, but whatever. I don't know where that came from or how that happened throughout the night. Of course, my lipstick is gone because that was just more like a lip gloss. It wasn't like a liquid lip or anything. It says a liquid catsuit, which is a high shine lipstick. So it wasn't meant to be long wearing, so I wasn't expecting anything from it. And another thing is you can see some blemishes through my skin. That's because I am prone to touching my face a lot. And I did blow my nose and I did touch like my chin area a lot because that's how I am. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe and follow this page. We look forward to seeing you in next week's video. Bye!